Baccarat 540 or Baccarat 360. Either we going with the Baccarat 540 or the Baccarat 390. So this is Aurora from Juliana's perfume, and this is the original Baccarat. I must say that I actually bought the Aurora from Juliana's perfume first, and I have to say that it's kind of a toss-up. Obviously, Baccarat Rouge is the way to go, but I told you guys this story before. I was in Saks Fifth, so this was in 2018, and I went to actually go buy Baccarat, and when I sprayed it on myself, I could not smell anything. And one of the salespersons, they were like, actually, I smell it on you, and it smells really good. And I was like, okay, but I can't smell absolutely anything. I couldn't smell anything. And one of the salespeople at the MFK counter, she was like, well, I can actually smell it on you really good. And she was like, you can't smell that? And I was like, no, I can't smell it at all. Yeah, I wasn't going to buy it simply because somebody else was like, oh, I smell it on you. If I don't smell it, I'm not going to buy it. And she's like, this is my favorite thing to wear right now, and it just smells so good and blah, 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 blah. So because I could not smell it, I went across to my bonds lady, and she was like, I know you wasn't at that counter. And I was like, I'm sorry, I was just smelling the spray or whatever. So like I said before, she was trying to sell me Nolita. I didn't really, I mean, it's a nice fragrance, but that wasn't really what I was looking for. So when I smelled New York Nights, I got New York Nights. So I smelled New York Nights. It swept me off my feet, and that is what I went home with that night. So fast forward like a year later, I just kept hearing so much about Baccarat Rouge, and I'm like, I don't smell anything. So I went to visit one of my oil guys, and I was like, you got to let me smell this because I'm just not smelling it. So I tried his on, and I'm like, it's not showing up on me. So again, I left it behind, and then I said, let me give this one more try, because people were like, you know, sometimes it shows up and sometimes it doesn't show up. So when Juliana's perfumes came out, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and try it. If it doesn't show up, or if I don't like it, then I'm not paying too much money for it to begin with, so I'll just give it away. And when I smelled it, it was so sweet and it smelled so good. You see, I put a strong dent in there. I was always getting compliments, and I was like, this is what I've been missing out on. So I'm like, okay, let me hurry up and buy the Baccarat. I still use this one because this one is just a little bit more sweet, and I just love it. So this Baccarat 290 is actually the reason why I got the Baccarat 540. So this is actually my second bottle of Baccarat though, so I kind of slowed down on using it. So I bought the Baccarat, and I am not disappointed. It really does smell very good. And but the funny part about it is I don't get as much compliments when I wear the original as I get when I wear this. And the only thing that I can think of is because this is just a little bit more sweet. Baccarat, you know, you guys, you can't really go wrong with Baccarat. This is good year round. You can wear it pretty much for any occasion, anywhere, graduations, birthdays, holidays, dinner dates, just because this is a very solid fragrance, and it just smells good. The funny thing is I don't have that issue anymore where I can't smell it, and that's funny because I could smell nothing when I was in Saks. But I gotta give it to the Aurora, what I call Baccarat 290, is because I love this one so much that it made me buy Baccarat Rouge, because I'm like, oh no, I have to get it. If it smells this good, I can't, you know, I gotta get it. Maybe it'll show up, maybe it won't, but if it shows up smelling that good, I gotta get it. So yeah, that's the story with Baccarat and Baccarat. You know, you can't tell people not to buy dupes or anything. You know, we live in this little fragrance world now where people think that they can tell other people how to spend their coin on perfumes and stuff, and I'm not into all that. I think that's a good way that dupes work, because if you fall in love with the dupe, then, you know, the original bottle comes next. That's actually how I ended up getting my Silver Mountain Water by Creed. My oil guy, he gave me a sample, and I fell in love, and I was just like, that's how that smells? Say no more. And I ended up buying the Creed. So dupes can literally serve a purpose. You know, I'm not into telling anybody how to spend their coin anyway, but I can vouch for Baccarat Rouge because I could first vouch for the Aurora. So do what you want with that information. I will see you in the next video. Bye.